less than $10 in my bank account to $19,300 in a single week. In 6 days to be exact. All right. So this is my journey. No, I'm kidding. It's not my exact journey. Obviously, there's a lot of other things that went into it. I will quickly go over that. But in this video, I want to just share like how it's possible that someone can actually do this in one single week. Like most people don't even make that money here in South Africa in a year. And I made that in a week by basically, working like 3 hours a week. So I will show you exactly how I did this in less than like a year. So, yeah, this stuff is possible. I'm not like, some special someone. Like this stuff is really possible. So let's get into it. So who am I? My name is Andro Koen. I live in a small town in South Africa, and I've built and scaled a marketing agency to $30K a month. So I went from zero to $23,000 in 7 weeks, and that's per month. All right. Or in 1 month. Okay. So just on a year ago, I was broke, insert sob story here. I was anxious, all that kind of stuff, depressed, whatever you want to call it. Now I'm traveling the world with like-minded individuals and living my best life. Okay. Truly living an amazing life. Like I can buy all the steak I want. I can buy all the eggs I want. I can travel to, Mauritius tomorrow if I want to. I can literally do whatever I want. So that obviously comes with new problems, right? So you're like, okay, I'm making all this money. Like now, what else can I do? Like that, then the new problems come. There's always a problem. Okay. Like next is like the existential problem. Like why am I on this planet? Okay. But yeah, that aside, alongside my agency, I'm now helping other small business owners do the exact same. So I obviously know how it feels to be absolutely broke, can't afford anything, sitting in my gown, trying to close a client just to survive. Okay. I know how terrible that feels. And I took that photo because I knew I will make it. I just knew. Okay. So, helping, other people do the exact same, scale the business and achieve total freedom, time, location, and money. So that's what you want. Okay. So if you're interested in that, just DM me the word mentor and I will get back to you. But, let's get into the video. So how can you do this? Okay. Now, this is just a classic photo. Just never give up. Okay. So I can just cut the video here. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I'm kidding. Now, I'm not going to be like everyone else on this app and tell you, do this and you will achieve X results, because it just doesn't work like that. It's impossible to copy someone else's journey because you are fundamentally different. You are a different person than me. Like you're not going to achieve the same results. Like I was obviously very lucky in my journey as well. I worked with Iman Gaji back in 2022. That obviously was a lot of leverage in my journey. Like if I worked with Iman, like I can probably work with anyone else. We worked with Mike Tyson as an agency. Like, not everyone can copy my exact journey, but I will, however, share everything I know, and hopefully you can use some of this knowledge to speed up your journey. Okay, fair enough? Is that good? All right, awesome. Results guaranteed. Okay, so how to make lots of money fast, and that's obviously the goal. Target rich niches. Okay, most people need to be reminded more than they need to be taught. Okay, stop targeting brokies. Okay, if you want to make lots of money, work with people who make lots of money. It's simple, but people forget that. I know someone, in my network, I'm not going to name the name right now, but like he made 40K in his single month because he's targeting very, very rich people making like millions and millions of dollars per year. So when your service is like, 5K a month, 10K a month, when they make 200, 300, 400K a month, that's nothing. Like that's cheap. But obviously at the moment you are looking at the 5K like, okay, this is quite a lot of money. But you need to think of how much money they are making in relation to, I don't know if that's even a word, but even in correlation or whatever, comparison to the money you are charging. Okay. So that's the thing you need to focus on. When it's 5K a month, but they're making 200, that's like, how much is that? 10, that's like 2.5%. Okay, that's nothing. So when you're first starting out, you need to charge high ticket because you'll be working with less clients. So when you're starting out, you don't have access to a lot of people. You don't have access to a big audience. Maybe you do, but when you're starting out, that's like when your YouTube channel like mine, like I don't have a lot of subscribers, maybe like, 200 views, 300 views, whatever. Like I can't charge very, low ticket because I don't have a big audience. Like Iman Gaji, he can charge, a lot of, he can charge low ticket because he has a big audience. He has he has a big client base. All right. So me, for example, I target very rich people. I work with people who make like 50 to 100K a month. All right. So it's less people, but they make a lot of money. Where Iman Gaji comes in, he targets more people. He's got a big audience, but he targets brokies. So he can charge lower ticket and they will buy it. All right. So if you solve rich people problems, you get to charge rich people prices. And that is 5 to 10K a month. All right. And you can even go more than that. That's just an example. So how to make lots more money slow. So this might sound weird, but like how to make more money, lots more money, but slower. It takes more time. And this is like the ultimate end game goal for most people. This might sound strange, but hear me out. Like we've discussed, when you're new to the game, making between 1 to 10K a month, that's when you're just starting out, all right? You want to charge high ticket because you'll have less clients. Maybe you're sending DMs, you're sending emails, maybe you're running ads, right? Like you don't have access to a lot of clients. So you want those clients that you are actually signing to be a high ticket, because let's say you only have 10 clients, or like you are targeting 10 clients, but each of them charge like $100. Like $1,000 a month that's like your cap. But let's say it's 10 clients and you charge each of them $5,000 a month. That's 50K a month. All right. So you want to charge a lot of money at the start. When you've built an audience, I mean slow because it obviously takes time. You have access to more clients so you can begin to target the brokies, low ticket. You know, the marketplace, this is like 80% of the people. That's why it's at the bottom of the pyramid, because it's more people consist, more people in the marketplace are broke than rich. That's just, come on, this is logical, all right? So in order to actually target them and sell to them, you need to charge lower ticket because they're making less money, all right? So example, Imangaji, he has like 5 million subscribers, getting like, 400,000 views a video. So if his product is like, 10K, it's going to be difficult to sell that because 400,000 people, like most of them, and also the messaging in his video is more targeted to people starting out. All right. Nothing against him. Nothing. I have no judgment whatsoever. It's just a game. Okay. And here you can see like I've had the privilege of working with him. I was in his content team. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Very, very cool experience. So real life examples. Hopefully I didn't miss a slide. All right. So most of my clients make more than 100K a month. Yes, per month. So these are some of the brands we've worked with. All right. So it's easier to sell a 10K service to someone making 100K a month than it is to sell a $100 service to like a broke person. Okay. Because they value their money a lot. And the thing is, I've invested well over $25,000 in my education, and it's returned tenfold. All right. So these rich people, or people who make a lot of money, realize that in order to make a lot of money, you need to invest in yourself. So people, like rich people, aren't scared to invest. And maybe if it doesn't work out, they're fine because they know they'll make more money. They're not scared to invest money. So you don't want to charge broke people at the start because they are very scared to invest their money because they're just hoarding their money. And what does hoarding do? What does keeping your money do? Most of them are broke because they don't allow the flow of money through them, right? So if you charge high prices, you are perceived as high value. So just make sure you meet the standards, all right? So when you set your expectations, when you onboard people, like it needs to be very professional. We are very professional in our company, all right? So that's why we get to charge these, high prices. If you just like, not professional, you slip up. Obviously we slip up, like that's totally normal. We are human. That's totally normal. But like most of the time you need to be professional. All right. You need to be perceived as very high value. That's very important. There's even a study that's done. You've probably heard this, where, there's 3 bottles of wine: cheap wine, medium priced wine, and expensive wine. All right. And people were, they taste tested these wines. And people are like, okay, so which one is actually, which one tastes better? The guy actually serving the wine. And the people tasted the wine. They started with the cheap one. It's like, oh, it's not that good. The medium price, oh, this is a bit better. I would go for this wine. It's in the middle, not too expensive. And then I went for like the $300 wine. And it's like, wow, this is crazy. But I would probably just buy this once. And it turns out it's the exact same wine. All 3 wine bottles were the exact same. They just changed the prices. Isn't that crazy? The people literally thought this wine tasted so much better. Like, this is some luxury ass wine. Like, I'll probably just buy this once. It's the exact same wine as the cheap one. So just by charging more, you are perceived as higher value in their eyes. And it's also, they will believe that it's more higher value. You just need to back it up. That's the most important part. You just need to back it up. And that's hard. All right. That's difficult. That's the only difficult side. And vice versa. If you charge low ticket, you'll be perceived as low value. The cheap wine is like, oh, it's not that good. even though it's the same wine. All right. So skills you need to pull this off. Skills you need to actually charge high ticket. Skills you need to actually sign high ticket clients. Like my deals consist, usually it's around like 25 to 27K deals. All right. $25,000 to $27,000 deals. Skills you need to pull this off: appointment booking and high ticket sales. I've been in that game for like, 2 years now. It's not a lot of time. It all depends. Like when people say like, oh, I went from 0 to 10K, like where's that zero? Like my zero is in the womb, like where does that zero start? When I say I'm in the game, like that's when I started to read, that's when I started to actually take things serious. I wasn't at all a business guy at all. Like none of that. Like I just started to read some books, consuming some YouTube videos. That's when I started. But like when my business actually started was like 9-10 months ago, right? So that's basically all the skills you need is appointment booking and high ticket sales. That's basically it. Obviously, there are other skills like offer creation, niche selection, very important, service delivery, stuff like that. But these are the main two. Actually booking appointments, right? If you can book consistent calls in your calendar with interested prospects who are ready to buy, qualified prospects who make a lot of money, close them on a high ticket retainer, then you basically make a lot of money. Like you will make lots of money. Simple, but not easy. Like this is how my calendar looked, 2 days out of the week. It was absolutely insane. I had a lot of calls, and when I close a client right there, that's, $25,000 to $27,000 right there. Maybe if I close two, that's like $50,000, right? So this is essentially how it works. And obviously there's a lot of systems and a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, like a lot of difficult stuff. I would work until, like when I was starting out, I would work until 2 a.m., sending these emails, sourcing these leads, getting these prospects on the call. It took me 27 sales calls to land my first client. Like it was brutal. People telling me to fuck off. Like, what are you doing? You're a scammer, all this kind of stuff. Like you will inevitably face that on your journey because like at the end of the day, you're not as good yet. That's just, part of the game. Like you're not that good yet because you're starting out. That's totally normal. But if you can, obviously if someone can help you with that, that's why I'm so big on investing in myself. Like I've invested well over $25,000 in my education, in learning from people doing better than me. Because if I can learn from the mistakes, right, I can obviously achieve my goals quicker. You are always paying. Realize this. You are always paying to get to your goal. You're always paying something. Either it's time or money. Realize this is very important. You are always paying something to get to your goal. Time or money. You spend the one you value least. All right? And if you are smart, you realize that time is finite. It's like there's 80 years that you have on this planet. Money is infinite. It's basically infinite. It's like $3 trillion flowing through the forex market every single day. Money is infinite, all right? That's why when like Andrew Tate did spend his money, he literally didn't even realize like the numbers. He didn't realize if money went off or anything. Like it just stayed the same. It's like he has so much money. It's literally infinite. So if you realize that, you realize you're always paying with something, rather pay with money because that will shorten the time span that you get to actually achieve your goals. So you have more time on this planet, actually achieving your goals and living that life of the person who've achieved those goals. Does that make sense? So you have more time on this earth to actually experience and enjoy your, dreams that you've actually fulfilled. Hopefully that makes sense. So if you can basically, book 65 meetings every single day and close, maybe let's say your close rate is like 20%, that's divided by 5, that's like 12, 13, all right? So like if you can close 13 people in a month, and obviously 20% close rate is pretty good. So like let's say even 5 people, your ticket price is 5K a month. That's 25K a month right there. All right. So simple, but not easy. So if all this makes sense to you and you want to copy me, you need a mentor. Like Ty Lopez always says, you need a mentor. Like the easiest way to copy me is obviously to learn from me. I've learned from all these small people. That's the reason why I've achieved the success so quickly. It's because I've learned from people ahead from me. So if you want to apply for this, for my one-on-one, application, one-on-one mentorship, go to the description of this video and book a call. So it'll basically be a Calendly link. And don't book if you have no capital to invest. I see a lot of people like it's in your best interest if I charge a lot of money for my mentorship. Because if you pay attention. There's so much good value on YouTube. The reason you don't take action on it is because there's nothing invested, in that YouTube video. You haven't paid for that YouTube video. You just paid with your time, but because you just, you don't understand it quite yet, time is more valuable. Okay. So if you can just invest the one you value least, which is money, and get your time back, you would make that trade. All right. But don't book if you have no capital to invest. Okay. I'm not here to waste my time. I'm here to help people. All right. So go to my Instagram. That's another way. Go to my Instagram and DM me the word mentor. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer that. I just love helping people because I know the more I help, the happier I get in general and the more money I make. It's plain and simple. All right. I've done it. My clients are currently doing it and I can help you do the same. So you need a mentor. Anyway, that's everything from me. This is obviously a value-packed one. The skills you need: appointment booking, high-ticket sales. If you want those skills, just DM me. I can help you with that. I've done it. Come on. What else do you need, right? Real-life examples. We've worked with some of the biggest people in the industry. How to make lots of money, slow, build an audience. That's probably the highest leverage skill you can do. And then how to make lots of money fast, target specific people, and who make lots of money. All right. And how you can do this too. Results guaranteed. I'm kidding. It's not guaranteed, but if you want to increase your chances, it will be of best interest if you schedule a call or DM me on Instagram. All right. So yeah, that's basically all from me. If you like this one, just leave a like. It's pretty late here, but I just had to get this video out here. And I'm gonna release it literally right now. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, leave a like. It would be much appreciated. And then enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.